So is it just me, or do you guys remember last year when the people of Hawaii were begging tourists to stop coming? They were literally saying, don't come here. We don't want your money. We don't want your tourists or your tourism. You're ruining the land. I remember that the whole thing about Honolulu trying to take back the land from tourists started in 2021. And then last year, it started to gain a lot of momentum, and they were getting exactly what they wanted, which was to slow down the tourism that was going on in Hawaii after the booming sensation after COVID. Apparently, everyone was taking trips to Honolulu and Maui. Yeah, because the people of Hawaii were rejoicing, and they reclaimed one of the most spiritual places on earth, which is Maui. And then all of a sudden, I hear about Maui literally going into flames, 89 people dying, and if I'm not mistaken, the wildfires started in Canada first, and all of a sudden hit this beautiful island. Yeah. Y'all see where I'm going with this? This was no accident. This was not something that was just out of the ordinary. So upon doing some research, I found that actually Maui had this big reconstruction project that was dated all the way to last year that was set to start next month in September. Now, what makes this very suspicious is that Jeff Bezos actually came out and said that him and another very rich woman are pledging $100 million to the reconstruction of Maui. Jeff Bezos is actually the founder and the creator of Amazon. And if you know anything about him, you know that he has money. And why would he just randomly pledge this amount of money? Before you get on here and say, oh, they just want to help, bullshit. No person with this amount of money is just going to up and say, I want to help, right? Every billionaire and millionaire I know wants a return on investment. I bet you didn't know that next month there's a giant convention to basically make Maui a smart island. So I bet you didn't know that there was a meeting scheduled for next month, September 25th, to change the entire EFS system that hasn't been changed since the 80s. Maui is actually the center and the beginning of this monetization project. EFS system is the enterprise financial system that has been around since the 80s and hasn't been touched since. So this system was going to replace the present day financial reporting systems and change the whole mainframe that's been running since the 80s. Now, what you see behind me is the exact word for word transcript of this meeting, because this meeting is already mapped out down to what each speaker says and who these speakers are, and it's available online. And as you can see, that these were actually the Department of Accounting and General Finance for all of the US. Here are some of the speakers. As you can see, everything for this meeting was mapped out a year ago. And if you don't believe me, you can find the link here. And as you can see here, it says the government of Hawaii state's goal for rebuild is to make the entire island of Maui the first smart island. They want the entire island governed by AI. Here is another speaker and exactly what they were going to say at this meeting and still are going to say. And he talks about engaging in an interactive session to uncover areas where their organization can engage these new opportunities, i.e. Maui. Now, do you think that Jeff Bezos just wanted to invest because he had a good heart? No, he's a millionaire that wants return on investment like everyone else that's going into this Maui fund. Now, if you know anything about rebuilding an entire island or rebuilding a civilization, you have to clear the old one first. The people of Maui were finally getting somewhere with the multi-billion-dollar fucking legacy that tourism was, and they were starting to reclaim their land and do what they wanted to do with it. It just so happens that the whole island of Maui is now cleared, and this meeting is set for September 25th of next month. Oh, and there is a whole list of cities and states on this organization to be converted to completely AI, and I'll post that next. If you guys want a part 2, let me know.